Which silver bars impressed me so much they caused me to change my stance on only stacking pressed bars? We're going to cover that and a lot more, so stay tuned. Well, how you doing out there, YouTube? Welcome to another episode of the Silver and Gold Stack Attack. And as always, I hope you guys are doing well, and I'd like to thank you for taking a few minutes today to check out the new video. The support you've given the channel is really appreciated, more than you know. And I'm going to give you just one guess as to what I'm going to say next. Yep, best damn community on YouTube. You guys are the best. So today we're going to review some amazing silver bars that I think are definitely worthy of stacking, and I'll tell you why. Let's go ahead and roll this thing. Alright, so we already know about the quality of Germania Mint's rounds, like this one. They're just known for putting out an amazing, beautiful quality round. This is some great stuff, and these are highly coveted by collectors. A lot of people stacking them. But if you're finding those rounds to be a bit pricey, well, there's another option for you to add some 4/9 fine silver to your stack if you're looking for a reasonably priced, top-notch silver. And that is the Germania silver bars. This is a little 250 grammer. We'll take it out here. Show it to you. And believe it or not, this is a sniff over 8 ounces. You wouldn't know it by looking at it. It's pretty compact. But it's over 8 ounces, surprisingly. It's an absolute chunk of silver in a small package. And I know most of you are already aware of these, but I wanted to go over some reasons why I've decided to stack this bar going forward. And the weirdest thing about them to me, they've actually got me buying cast bars for the first time. If you guys know me, you know I only like to stack pressed bars, and I like them in ounces. So these completely changed my outlook to the point of buying cast bars and adding them to my silver weight. And ounces be damned, I'm actually liking the gram options that Germania has given us as well. But let's go over some of the pros of these bars. And they are, number one, a very cool presentation box. You can store it in here and it's going to stack just as nicely as anything else. That was one of my biggest problems with cast bars. They didn't stack that well. Couldn't pile them on top of each other. These, with this box, you'll be able to. You're going to be able to. The bars themselves are wrapped in cellophane, which I have mixed feelings about, but we'll talk about that in a minute. You've got your hologram authentication sticker, and each bar is serialized except for the 1 ounce. The 1 ounce bars are not serialized. We got a silver purity of 4/9 fine, which is very cool. This was increased from 3/9 as they were a couple years ago. You got a beautiful appearance. I mean, overall, this isn't your father's or grandfather's generic silver, guys. It just feels like a step up from typical silver bars. And if you price search, you'll find these bars are an affordable way to add quality silver to your stack. There's no doubt. You're getting silver from a company that truly cares about its product and its customers by putting out a superior silver bar. And the compact size means you can stack more silver in less space. Now, as for the cons, I can only think of a couple. First one, not everybody's going to be into the gram weight measurements, but Germania is already ahead of the curve by offering standard weights and ounces as well, so that issue is pretty much a moot point. Whichever one you're into, they've got you covered. The second issue is these can be a little bit pricier than standard generic silver bars, since some dealers and definitely eBay sellers are smacking a little bit of a premium on them from time to time. Average price right now for a 1 ounce Germania bar in the secondary, believe it or not, is running around $30 to $35, and mostly because of the new factor. They just introduced the 1 ounce not too long ago. But that's still too high for generic silver. Even with all the bells and whistles the Mint is thrown into these things, like the packaging and the serial numbers and the wrapping, your best bet is to avoid places like eBay and just go with a legit bullion company online, because I've seen far more reasonable prices there, believe it or not. Let me know in the comments if you're seeing some reasonable prices for these at your LCS. Mine doesn't actually carry them, so can't really compare. Alright, really quickly, let's talk about the potential elephant in the room with these, and that is the cellophane wrap that Germania uses for protecting these bars. Now, most of us are aware that a lot of plastics contain PVC, and that usually equates to bad news for bullion. I mean, there are some definite pluses to this wrap, and that's the fact that we can do what I'm doing right now. I can handle them without worrying about getting oil and dirt from my fingers, which is cool. That's pretty awesome. I don't just throw stuff in my safe. I like to bust it out every now and then and admire it. I mean, why not? We've all got money tied up in this stuff, right? Why not take a look at it and enjoy it? But is this packaging going to hurt the bar over time? Is it going to yellow with age? Is it just going to really ruin it? Well, I did see a video at Campbell's Coins from around 2 years ago where he asked Germania this very question. So a shout out to Campbell's Coins for getting this information from them. Basically, the Germania representative responded to Campbell's Coins by saying, yes, there is PVC in our plastic coating, but this is me now. Without getting too deeply into the process, they claim that they've done some things to help minimize any potential damage. Now, they also stated that a lot of damage from PVC packaging can be avoided by keeping your stuff away from high temperatures and light, which is where their box comes in. This is a heavy-duty box. Very heavy-duty. It's darkly colored, so your bar is going to be protected from light. There's no question. You want to keep these stacked in their box if you're going to leave the cellophane on them, bottom line. And again, this letter was due to the efforts of Campbell's Coins, so all credit for this info goes to him. So before I close this video out, I wanted to go over the sizes of bars that Germania has. So if you're not familiar, you can see the range that is available to you. Let's start with the ounces. We've got the recently introduced 1 ounce. We got 5 ounce, 10, and 100. An important note on the 1 ounce. They do not have serial numbers, okay? 5, 10, and 100, you're going to get serial numbers on them. But the 1 ounce bars do not, that I'm aware of. And if we're going to go by the gram, if that's your preference, you've got 100, you've got 250, 500, and 1,000 or a kilo. And then you've got another 1,000 or kilo that was 3 nines fine and not 4 nines fine. Those are the earlier bars. So they did change the silver purity to 4 nines. But these bars are going to be serialized, so you will get a serial number with these. So, as you can see, there's pretty much something for everyone with these sizes. I mean, basically, Germania's got you covered, right? All right, so there you have it. Now, some of you might question why I'd add silver by the gram to my stack, and I'll be honest, I would have never considered odd weights like grams before recently. Now, that being said, and after I played it out in my mind, I was like, the hell with it. In the end, the goal is just to add weight to the stack. And having a few bars that are measured in grams instead of ounces is still going toward the overall goal in weight, right? And that's regardless of how they're measured. Now, once I came to this conclusion, I was fine with it. It's all about the greater goal when it comes down to it. But anyway, be sure to leave a comment down below and let me know your thoughts. I do read them all, and I try to respond to each one. Well, that's going to wrap it up for this episode of the Silver and Gold Stack Attack. And if you made it this far, well, kudos to you. I'll definitely catch up with you in the next episode. But in the meantime,
what do you want to do with your life?
damn right. Hell yeah, get stacked. Stay safe. Looks like the Wuhan special is starting to circulate all over again. Be well, everyone. I am out of here. Peace, folks.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.